George T. Stagg Kentucky Straight Bourbon, baby.
And not the usual George Stagg. This is the B.T.A.C, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection George T. Stagg, bottled at a whopping 69.1% alcohol.
Boom.
So
zombie apocalypse. I'd want a bottle of.
This would go a long ways. You can sterilize gun wounds, zombie bites with this. Zombie bites, you just pour some of that on there, it's dead.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually. I was going to say, why would you waste that?
They actually tested it, yeah.
You did, yeah.
They tested it on a zombie bite, and it worked.
Totally stopped the zombie apocalypse. So basically, newsflash, George T. Stagg stops zombie apocalypse. That's right. The title right there, baby. That should be the title of this episode.
All right. Each year, Buffalo Trace releases what it calls its antique collection, the B.T.A.C, B.T.A.C, Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. This is part of the 2015 series. I was lucky enough, my liquor... Oh, no. That's, yeah. Let me tell you, from sampling this, a little bit of this goes a long ways. There's 5 different bottles in the collection this year. The George T. Stagg, there's a William LaRue Weller, a Thomas Handy Sazerac Rye, Eagle Rare 17-year-old, and a Sazerac Rye 18-year-old. Mm-hmm. Now this is the only one I've seen, and I was lucky, even my liquor store said they were lucky to get a bottle of it. So here it is. Now, from the old whiskeys that they used to make this, when they got into the barrels, they say there was only 84%, or 84% had evaporated from the barrels.
Goodness.
They were only able to retain 16% of the whiskey for bottling.
It's horrible.
I know it.
Those angels are
that's
thieves.
Some drunken angels right there.
Thievery angels. And they've got like a wall of text on the back, so they really go on and on about the period of 1865 to 1890. The Gilded Age of bourbon.
Well, and this year's release contains bourbon from barrels filled in the spring of 2000. So 14, 15-year-old bourbon.
The year 2000. Cool. All right. Well.
69%. I'm going to add some water.
I did. I did the same thing.
I'm going to take it neat, though. Did you try it?
I know. I added a little water right off the bat. So, right off the bat, a little bit of water went in, even though I'm wearing this hat.
Wow.
Yeah. Strong. It's strong, but sugary sweet at the same time.
Delicious.
You already tasted it.
Just neat. Yep, I just took a little sip, and even in my notes, a little sip, and wow. Good, so full of flavor, cinnamon, oak, and chocolate. That's my notes.
Woo.
That's neat. And believe me, it's a little, just a little drop.
Huge pop. There's a big alcohol pop. And then, I get a strong cinnamon. And then oddly, I get a little bit of floral at the same time, which surprised me. And there's something else in there.
Now this too, I'm telling you, the second time I tried this at home, it sat there for a while. I'm talking 30 minutes, 45 minutes as I was sipping on it. And towards the end of that time, it really got smooth.
Do you get an earthy note to it?
Let's see. I do not have any notes of an earthy.
I get like a little, like an earthy feel or flavor to it.
On the nose, I skipped right over my nosing notes, but it's rich. I get a cinnamon, a toffee, I get a vanilla. It doesn't smell like it's 69%. We've had some cask strength scotches and bourbons both, and a lot of times they really punch you in the nose when you nose them neat. This one didn't. To me, it didn't punch me in the nose like that. It doesn't smell like it's that strong.
Right. No, the alcohol pop's definitely on the flavor profile.
And then just a note about the great amber color of it. So
I continue to get kind of a floral nose, which really surprises me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's got an explosion of flavor.
Wow, that's still strong. I added a couple of deals of water, and I just got a little touch in there. I'm even adding a little bit more. It's so good, though. It really is. Without a doubt, the best bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey I've had. I'll say it.
I'm with you on the chocolate. I get a little, did you say leather? Because I get a little bit of leather.
I don't have it. I don't.
And it's very spicy.
Yep, and that's what I got with the water. Brought out a black pepper spice.
Yep, the black pepper is really, really there.
I got with more water in my notes. I've got it's definitely it's smoother, a little bit of a mint, and then chocolate again.
Get the chocolate, the black pepper, most definitely. And you're right, it is strong.
I'll say it like I say, without a doubt, the best bourbon I've had.
Very good. Now, price point.
$90.
That is a premium bourbon.
And that, yeah.
Wow.
It's well worth it, though, I think. I'd
Very
buy it again
delicious.
if I saw it.
Yeah, very, very delicious.
Now, and I don't think we'll see, and I've kept my eye open to see if there was any more of the B.T.A.C series show up, and I haven't seen it anywhere. So, they are limited number of bottles. They don't say how many. If they did, I might not have opened it. Might be like 1 of 10. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad they didn't number it. And whiskeys are not for saving. T-shirt from Ripped, R-I-P-T, by the way. And 90 on my score.
I gave it 95.
Wow, you really like this. I believe is the first bourbon to crack into the 90s for me, if memory serves.
The Bookers, I think I probably gave a 90 or a 91, which is good too.
I don't think I've ever had a bourbon get into the 90s. I'm a big fan of scotches. I love all whiskeys, but this is the first bourbon to crack into the 90s for me personally.
So still, I mean, it must be the highest rated bourbon that you've had then.
Yeah, delicious. I don't think I've rated anything else. I might have had something else at I think 89 is the highest I'd gone before.
If you find it, pick it up.
Definitely. Just like this hat. You find it, pick it up. It's rare. Who do you think made the hat? You think
Really,
I know?
it was made by really cheap labor.
It's a Puerto Rican hat. Come on.
Cost like $1.
Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.
I don't know if we're going to do it on this, but
Yeah, let's
packaging.
talk about packaging.
They got a whole antler thing going on here. George T. Stagg playing into the stag, I guess.
No.
Nice barrel proof limited edition sticker.
Every video?
I know. Get down. Get down.
How do you know when we're at?
She looks so sad.
It's so sad. Come on.
It was a Preble voice.
All right. All of the bottles in their Buffalo Trace Antique Collection share the same profile. And really the labeling is the same also.
With the
I've got it pulled up
sticker,
online here that we're looking at. Yeah.
They use a different color around this, and then they
Yeah.
all have a black kind of. Well, they show. Oh, okay, that's the sticker in the back. They've got a wall of text back here that tells you an interesting story,
yeah.
which gives this kind of almost a black look in there. I don't know. It's fine. It almost looks like a wine bottle to me. I would have preferred something more manly.
The regular George Stack barrel though is about the same height as like a Crown Royal, so a lot shorter. So I like the fact that for all 5 whiskeys that were released, they used the same profile basically. If you had a bar and you had all 5 of them lined up, I think that'd look pretty nice.
Be impressive.
It by itself, I mean, if it doesn't, it's not that. I do like the tall bottles though. Even your whiskey bar, you had some of your shelves built a little bit taller to accommodate some of these taller bottles.
Yep, because some of my
Bourbon
biggest
bottles.
bottles were 14 inches tall, so I
Yeah.
think I went all the way to like 18 inches just to make sure. All right.
You gonna score it though?
Out of a
Four.
10?
4.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything major for me, but it's cool looking. It looks classical. I'm with you on the 4.
Yeah.
Boom.
Later, dummies.